Mwachepa? No way. Welcome back to Globalpulsenewz, where news doesn't just land, it lands a punch. Today we're tackling that mouth-watering headline. APM Wadabwitsa Gulu, POMWE WAPANGA NDIPO Ambiri Sakumvetsa. If you've heard that and thought, wait, what did he even do? You're not alone. So here's how this is going down. I'm going to walk you through 8 solid facts about this move, why half the country is scratching their heads, and what could happen next. And yes, midway, I'll stop and ask, Kodi mukuganiza, because you need to be part of this, not just watching from the sidelines. We'll mix good old Chichewa and crisp English because this is Malawi, baby, and we speak both with flair. By the end, you'll own this story. You'll know what was done, why people are skeptical, and how it might reshape politics in Blantyre, Lilongwe, Zomba, everywhere. Ready? Let's blaze through fact number 1. Beat. Here we go. So, what exactly did APM make, that is he, that has people saying, NDIPO Ambiri Sakumvetsa? The clip trending on TTV suggests he made a bold public announcement or repositioning move that left many confused. The fact that this is already circulating across Malawi's media circuits means it's not trivial. Folks are treating it like a game changer. Now, we don't yet have full confirmation of every detail, but based on surrounding reports, here's what fits. We know APM has been making a strong political comeback. He won the September 16, 2025 election with over 56% of the vote, defeating Lazarus Chakwera, who got around 33%. He was sworn in on October 4, 2025 at Kamuzu Stadium in Blantyre, promising to fix a crashing economy, fight corruption, and redirect foreign investment. And just days later, we see news that he signed an executive order ordering the strategic relocation of some government institutions to improve regional equity and service delivery. So, is EZ referring to that executive order? Is it some bold reshuffling, a statement in Parliament, or a surprise alliance? We can't be 100% sure just yet, but the clues point to something structural and symbolic more than rhetoric. It's not just a speech, it feels like a move with muscle. Transition to fact 2. Drama without roots dies fast, as we say. So, in fact 2, we dig into the political comeback context. Stay with me. To really understand why this move is such a shock, you need to see the stage he's walking onto. APM, Arthur Peter Mutharika, is not new in Malawi's politics. He served as president from 2014 to 2020, and his return at 85 is nothing less than dramatic. He lost in 2020 after an election rerun, which nullified his 2019 win. And since then, Malawi's been riding through rough storms: inflation, debt, shortages, climate shocks. So, when APM won in September 2025 with a clear majority over an incumbent who had grown unpopular, many saw it as a referendum on Chakwera's economic record. Given that comeback, listeners see EZ not as a random stunt, but as a move within a high-stakes game. He's not starting from scratch. He's trying to assert control over narrative, structure, and trajectory. In political chess terms, this is a mid-game power grab, not an opening flourish. And Kodi mukuganiza, do you think this move is part of a long game or just smoke and mirrors? Prompt audience. Now that we've planted the backdrop, next is the reaction, which is fascinating because it's not just cheers. Transition to fact 3. So you saw the move, now see how the public is responding. Here's where it gets juicy. The public reaction to APM's move is not uniform. It's a mix of puzzlement, cautious optimism, criticism, and meme fuel. When people say Ambiri Sakumvetsa, that confusion is real and significant. Social media is ablaze with speculation. Some communities praise the boldness, others ask, what's the catch? Some say it's smart politics, others whisper hidden deals. The video clips trending on TTV are full of debate, not just applause. We see some commentators saying, this man is back on stage, he means business. Others ask, but where's the clarity? What is the direct benefit for us? That doubt is powerful because politicians feed on certainty, not blank stares. This reaction matters. In Malawi, news spreads fast via radio, local discussions, and WhatsApp groups. Confusion at ground level means narratives will fill the vacuum. Rumors, reinterpretations, spin. APM's team must manage not just facts, but meaning. Quick audience prompt. If you were in his place, would you reveal everything right away or drip it slowly? Tell us below. Next, the media. How they're spinning this move and fueling or calming the chaos. Transition to fact 4. The media are never mere bystanders. Here, they're active battlegrounds. As soon as the Wadabwitsa Gulu headline dropped, local TV stations, news portals, and radio shows rushed to frame what easy means. Some treat it as bold leadership. Others call it overreach or a gamble. For example, Malawi 24 is already running stories about Mutharika relocating institutions, tying it to themes of regional balance and administrative reform. Meanwhile, opposition voices question whether institutions will be moved for political advantage, not service. There's also nuance. In some corners, media are trying to mediate, publishing both criticism and defense, letting readers judge. In others, they push a narrative that aligns with their political alliances. That split amplifies confusion. Why does media framing matter? Because many Malawians trust radio broadcasts and local papers more than national statements. If a media outlet says APM is stabilizing governance, that shapes what listeners later accept or reject. Audience quick check. Mukuganiza. Which station do you trust more? Radio, TV, or social media? And why? Next up, the reactions from political players. Who are leaning in, who's watching, and what alliances might shift. Transition to fact 5. When APM does something bold, it's not just followers who care. Rivals, parties, and potential allies are all watching closely. This move could reshape coalitions, internal party dynamics, and negotiation leverage. Already, A4's Enoch Chahana has publicly endorsed APM to lead a grand opposition alliance in the 2025 elections. That indicates people expect APM to lead not just DPP, but a broader bloc. Within the government, APM has started making significant calls. He appointed Joseph Mwanaveka as finance minister, someone who held that role before in the early days of this new term. He also named Enoch Chahana as second vice president, maintaining that alliance balance. Furthermore, he tapped Justin Sadak Saidi as chief secretary to the government. Also, the appointment of Richard Chikoko Luhanga as inspector general of police has raised eyebrows because he has pending allegations. These moves suggest APM is not just announcing power, he's reassembling the team, shifting loyalties, signaling who he trusts, and testing alliances. That's a lot of weight behind easy. Question for viewers. Do you see these alliances as smart politics or cronyism? Drop your take below. I want to see your perspective. Next, how this trickles into practical impacts for people's daily lives. Transition to fact 6. Even if easy is symbolic, symbols often have a downstream effect. When institutions move, policies shift, budgets change, and that ripples into everyday life. Roads, health clinics, schools, local administration. Take that executive order relocating institutions, reported by Malawi 24. That's more than a fancy line. It means staff, budgets, and infrastructure may shift, which could disrupt or improve access in some districts. On the economic front, as he took office, APM warned of dire financial conditions. The country faces skyrocketing inflation, foreign exchange shortages, fuel scarcity, and debt strain. His promise? I don't promise you milk and honey, but hard work. That signals tough decisions ahead rather than freebies. Moreover, APM recently ruled out currency devaluation for now, citing improved foreign exchange inflows after his election win. That's a direct economic move tied to easy. Maybe the shock was a signal to markets, donors, and investors.
So, for citizens, expect shifts in taxes, project funding, redistribution of government services, and possibly local disruptions during the transitions. The public will watch and judge based on what changes in their home districts. Audience plug. If you live in a district where things change, new offices, new staff, tell us, do you feel it or see chaos? Comment on your story. Next, why many still don't get it, the communication gap. This phrase, NDIPO Ambiri Sakumvetsa, is telling. It implies that something was done loudly but not clearly. When people don't understand, it's often not their fault. It's messaging, timing, context, or history. Mutharika's team may have released a statement or order, but if it's couched in legalese, vague terms, or non-localized language, many will miss it. Plus, rapid shifts confuse local authorities and communicators, causing mixed local messaging. Also, trust plays a big role. After years of political promises gone half-fulfilled, Malawians have learned to wait. Many expect that big declarations may not translate into action. So, even when easy is boldly framed, many remain skeptical until they see results. On top of that, media and elites often interpret easy differently, which means ordinary people hear conflicting versions. One radio station says APM is relocating ministries for efficiency. Another says he's giving jobs to his people. That inconsistency deepens confusion. Moreover, in rural areas, people rely on word of mouth, local chiefs, or church groups to interpret news. If local leaders are also unsure, the message gets diluted. The vacuum of clarity gets filled with speculation and rumor. Prompt: if you heard about easy but still don't know what it is, type confused in the comments. Let's see how many of us are in the dark. Next, what to watch. How easy could evolve into structure, not drama. Transition to 8. This is where it matters. Will easy remain fireworks or become the foundation of a new normal in Malawi's governance? Watch carefully. The next moves will decide that. First, official clarifications. APM or DPP must define exactly what was done, why, and how it affects people. The more transparent, the better, to reduce confusion and rumors. Second, follow-up actions. Did the executive order translate into budgets, staff relocations, and new regulations? If so, easy becomes structural, not symbolic. Third, responses from the opposition and civic society. If they push hard to question intent, demand oversight, or file challenges, that will test how firm APM's hold is. Fourth, policy cascades. Appointments, ministerial changes, and restructured departments. If easy ties into something bigger, like a systemic governance overhaul, we'll begin seeing cascading impacts across ministries. Finally, public feedback. If citizens actually feel change, roads, clinics, service efficiency, acceptance grows. If chaos rules, backlash may follow. The people will decide whether easy was genius or folly. Final audience prompt. Which direction do you think this will go? Structural reform, political theater, or collapse? Comment on your forecast and let's debate. Transition to closing. So, there you have it. 8 powerful lenses into this APM Wadabwitsa Gulu event. From the surprising move itself to the political games, public reactions, institutional shifts, and what might come next. We've peeled back layers. This is more than a viral headline. It's a test of legitimacy, a signal to allies, a challenge to critics, and an experiment in governance. If done well, easy could reshape how Malawi is run. If done poorly, it could be ignited promises that burn out fast. Before you go, I want to hear your take. Which fact hit you hardest? Do you trust this move, or are you waiting for results before believing? Use that comment box, light it up. If you got value, hit like. It tells YouTube this kind of deep dive matters. Subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss the next twist in Malawi politics. And ring the notification bell, because we'll be back fast when new developments drop. Also, share this video with someone who's still asking, what did APM even do? They'll thank you later. Stay alert, stay curious, and stay skeptical. I'll see you next time on Global Pulse News, where news lands with punch.